Right, so I have returned once again today to actually deliver something slightly different, though I think I mentioned it a couple of times beforehand. I do believe. That's if, as I always say, if YouTube does kick in, that is. Actually, good to... Okay, that was a bit weird. Just accidentally went to the wrong tab, but there we go. It's working now. Anyway, yes. So, I have returned actually to cover the Attack on Titan manga. She referenced the stream by saying this isn't due to anything like the anime or anything like that. I have been saying since day one that I would actually cover the manga at some stage because I always wanted to. It's one of those ones I always wanted to get into but had no idea when to do it. But luckily, what happened was, about a week ago, I think, a week or two, they actually did a bundle of all the volumes of Attack on Titan together into one massive thing for, I think, £15. And yeah, I decided to buy it, and I thought best time ever now to actually kind of get into it. So yeah, we're starting on season 4, but I think season 4 contextually is probably like the one to probably start at because there's a lot going on here that kind of upends the rest of the whole entire manga. So yeah, that's just wanted to get that out of the way first because I didn't want anyone to think, oh, he's reading it because it's something to do with the anime or anything like that. I think the anime is absolutely amazing. I feel like it's actually the best season thus far. It's the only thing in its power that should be the best thing ever, possibly as well by the end of it. So, who knows? I'm excited to see. I'm ecstatic to see what they do with the rest of the anime. But I also want to kind of read the manga as well, just to kind of get a full contextualization of everything, because there's a lot in this manga now. Episode 6 kind of proved that to me, or 65, I think. 65 kind of proved that to me. So I thought, you know what? It's best we actually read it as well to get the full contextual knowledge of the whole entire manga. So anyway. Let's put on Twitter actually gone live. Hope that kind of answers the question that I don't know if it needs to be answered or not, but just in case. Anyway, put that there. Let's grab Wherever Art Thou, Shingeki no Kyojin. So I do believe with that we should be good to go. Yes. I do tend to read a lot of manga on this channel as well, because I've read Kaguya-sama's manga, I've read Sangatsu's. I've also read loads of other ones as well to do with that came out. Where the hell has the water gone? There it is. There it is. I also read a lot of other mangas to do with the anime as well. I just kind of read them as well sometimes. That's how I roll, as they say. Anyway. Let's get this show started with chapter 91, which I believe is... Well, we should also read the first bit first. So, Titans after her death, creating the Eldian Empire. The Colossal Titan found in Titan, other Titans. The Attack Titan, female Titan. The name of the one who fought for freedom is the Attacking Titan, the Attack Titan. That's a... that's a spicy... That's shit. Wrong way, my hair went the wrong way. That's a spicy line, considering what's been happening lately. Ymir, the ancestor, split her soul into 9, or into the 9. 1,820 years ago, our ancestor, Ymir Fritz, made a contract with the Earth Devil in exchange for power. Well, wouldn't you know? Never heard that one before. The Founding Titan can rule over and control all. Each of the 9 Titans has a name. Attack on Titan. Hey you. It's dangerous out here. 91, the other side of the ocean. Go fly somewhere far away. You got wings, so use them. Falco! You're alive! Hey, are you hurt? Huh? Brother? What's going on? Why are you dressed that way? Come on, grab on. I'm just glad to hear your voice. Damn. Man. Reading this in PDF is like, it's nice. Because PDF has like the best quality of image, so it's just like, oof, it's pretty crispy. It's a crispy image, as they say. Falco, show me where they got you. How's Colt? The warrior unit on the front line took a direct shell hit and was blown away. And the trenches? You can't dig any farther. I can't? Is that an order? Are you trying to give me orders, Eldian? What's your tone with Commander Magath? Magath. It's Magath. He's Magath, scum. Are you drunk, Falco? What are we doing here? He must have hit his head. But given the situation, we've been at war for 4 years, do you remember? Huh? Oh, I guess so. Looks like we're going to have to explain your operation to you all over again. Just listen to me, Falco. This war that consumed our last 4 years is finally coming to an end. All we have to do is capture Fort Salva. Well, to be exact, we just have to sink the Mid-East Allied Forces fleet in the naval station right below it, and then we'll have won this war for Mali. But Fort Salva defends the high ground overlooking the naval station. It's impossible to attack the station without control of the fort. Can't the Mali Navy attack them from the sea? Zofia, do you really think we can count on that Navy to do anything for us? That cesspool incompetence that took four whole years to take control of the seas? Their first accomplishment worth a damn, and it cost them more than half of all those battleships. Ow! And have the nerve to tell us in the army that we need to at least take down a fort for them before they can do a thing? Like it's nothing? Give me a break, you bastards! Ow! Udo, stop! You're gonna rip Falco's head off. Ah, sorry, but why have they sent us to the front lines? We're just candidates. Can't you tell? It's so they can figure out which one of us will be the next warrior. The time is coming soon. Commander Magath has decided that this is where our final exam will be held. He has his eye on what's coming next. Whoever he chooses will be essential in suppressing the island of Paradis? Paradis. The heir to the armored titan. Wonder which one of us is going to be chosen. Oh yeah, Gabby? You're making it sound like no one here could ever be compared to you. Well, who could? Don't get cocky, Gabby. One look at your grades. No, Udo. It's not about grades. I know, always telling you. What makes me different from all of you is I'm prepared to carry the fate of all Eldians on my shoulders and slaughter all the devils on that island who cause us so much suffering. Every last one of them. I'll win that fight and prove it to the whole world that the only Eldians left alive are good Eldians. I'm not going to lose. I'll free everyone from the internment zone. So, what have you been fiddling with all this time? This? Cool, huh? Why, Commander Magath? It's impossible for infantry like us to destroy the tracks behind that machine gun on our own. They have eyes all along the trench. There isn't a single crack in their defences. On top of that, they have artillery supporting them from the fort. If we stay here, we're just waiting for them to start raining shells down on our heads. Sounds like you have an idea, Colt. Let's let Jaws and Cartman loose here. Galliard and Piek, isn't it? I always wondered that. Is it Piek? Should be able to do it. They'd be able to wipe out the enemies in the pillbox and trench in the blink of an eye. No. Huh? We lose if we play our cards in the wrong order. Commander, it's here. What is? It. The armored train. 4 guns in its front and back cars. The Allies' new weapon, the anti-Titan artillery. Well, didn't do a good job of actually being an anti-Titan artillery, to be honest. The 100 mm armor-piercing shells they fire will stop a Titan in one shot, even one of the 9. But both of our Titans are quick to actually hit their necks. But if that does happen, we will lose the power of a Titan as well as a warrior, and there's no guarantee that we'll be able to regain the power of that Titan. That's right. Our 9-year-long plan to regain the founder will come to an end, and the tables will be turned on us, just as when we lost the Colossus and the female, which was perceived as a blow to Mali's military readiness, thus triggering the war that continues to this day and delaying the Paradis operation. What makes our motherland of Mali the great empire it is today? The power of the Titans? That's right. If we lose any more, this country won't be able to sustain itself any longer. The power of the Titans, absolute. That is our axiom. That's a word I do not see very often nowadays. Prepare the warrior unit to charge, sir. Commander Magath, you. I what? Eldian? On all you warriors who pledge your loyalty to Mali. This is your chance to be honored by our motherland. All 800 Eldians here. You warriors candidates stand by here. The warrior unit's charge must destroy. The warrior unit's charge must destroy those tracks, no matter what. Because as long as the armored titan prowls around the perimeter of the fort, neither armor nor beast can be called upon here. But, Colt, if you would inherit the beast, you ought to get out there and show us you're prepared to be a leader. Commander Magath, the train's heading this way. What? So they've gotten tired of waiting and have come to strike at us? Good. This is our chance to destroy the whole train. Let me do it, please. Huh? Ta-da. I can do it. I can neutralize the armored titan alone. Armored train alone. Armored train alone. We use a titan, not train. Armored train alone. Hey, Gabby. Do you have any idea how much it's cost this country to train a bunch of you? Denied. True, I am a gifted talent unlike the rest of them. I doubt you'll ever see another warrior quite so exceptional. I'm super cute too. But if I succeed, you won't have to lose the 800-person warrior unit. And if you fail, you'll lose one promising warrior candidate and 7 hand grenades. Well, I guess that doesn't work if I'm worth more than 800-person. Well, I guess that doesn't work if I'm worth more than that 800-person unit. But Commander, sir, if you're prepared to sacrifice 800 soldiers just because you love me so much, then fine. Go. Gabby, no. I'll prove to you that I'm the warrior worthy of inheriting the armor. I still do love that it's like this idea that they're like, I want to inherit the armor, and we're kind of just sitting here like, oh, that's not a good idea. Whoa, whoa. Calm down a bit there. It's not a good idea. What are you doing? I need to do this for the plan. I need to do this for the plan to work. Please allow me to take off my armband just for now. Fine with me. Gabby. Hey, someone's coming. All alone. A woman? A child too. Looks like she's coming to surrender. No, wait. I could very well be an Eldian. There's something about her looks strange. It looks like she's dragging the shackles behind her. Soldiers without uniforms are against international law, you know. What if there's no one left alive to report? What? Why would she go this far? She's close. She's probably an Eldian. Shoot her before she turns into a Titan. Don't be ridiculous. If that's how you feel, you shoot her with that rifle of yours. Ugh, damn. Not yet. Not yet. Now, here's my chance. What? It's one of those plans you kind of sit there going, I can't believe that actually fucking worked. I actually can't believe that actually fucking worked. She really did it. Hurry! Galliard, Jaws now! Damn those Mali cowards. This is why we can never let you win. Gabby! Stop! Falco! Ha! But also, the obstacle first to get over is actually getting across the whole entire battlefield. Uh-oh. And there he is. Galliard. Ah. Right, and there we go. That was 91. Very, still, I do actually kind of find this to be an interesting point, because clearly now we kind of like, it's a really pivotal part in the whole entire narrative to actually kind of just go, by the way, yeah, we're switching perspectives for a bit. I do actually kind of like it though, because again, as I always said, it does theoretically speaking mirror season 1, in a way. Actually how it kind of develops. Because it kind of does the exact same thing, because I guess Gabby kind of is like this kind of side's version of Eren a little bit. I don't know, she kind of strikes me as the person who kind of sees things, and then as we saw in episode 6, she has that burning hatred in her eyes now, kind of like what happened with Eren to first start off with, and then we saw what it turned into in the end. So I kind of do find it fascinating how we've actually kind of switched sides, but the sides we switched to don't technically tend to kind of like, it doesn't feel like a stark contrast in like difference, if you get what I mean. It's kind of hard to explain, but you don't really feel like you're losing anything. You kind of feel like, okay, well, it is kind of strange, but I see what they're doing essentially. A confirmation that the armored train is out of commission. Still, be aware that loads of fixed anti-Titan artillery await you inside the fort. Airborne operation will now begin. Remember, stick to the plan. Zeka will be our spear. 92, Marley's soldiers. And Reiner. Is it Reiner? Is it Rainer? Reiner? It's Rainer. It's with an E, so it'd be Rainer. I was confused sometimes. I don't know if I'm mispronouncing his name the entire time. Yeah, Rainer will be our shield. Well. What are you doing, Falco? Isn't it obvious? He can't fight any longer. He's our prisoner now. There we go. Not person. He's our prisoner now. Consider word. If you can stop the bleeding, that is. That hurt. Damn it. I'm a Malian. Why should I be getting shot? It's supposed to be Eldians on the front lines. Udo, give me a tourniquet? Okay. Damn, kids. Forget about him. He's an enemy. Are you trying to show off? You thought you'd be able to inherit the armor by adhering to international law and overshadowing me? You're not being useful at all, you know. Think whatever you want. So weird. He's saying something. Translate for us, Udo. Tell him he can relax. His bleeding is settling down. Don't touch me. You'll corrupt me. Devils is what he said. What do you make of this? I think we've harried their front lines enough. The warrior units should withdraw to the block the warrior units should withdraw to block an enemy retreat. The rest is up to the airborne unit. Exactly. Move back. That was that was awful to realise that. Move back. There we go. That's better. That was annoying me. Oh man, hurry! Get away from the fortress. Don't get caught in it. Oh my god, a British accent really came out just then. Jesus, in it. It started. I hate certain words that really bring out my British accent. It's like in it. Oh man. Ah! One always have to clear their throat before they actually shout. Ah! That's actually a 2-panel shout as well. Not to the same degree as John Giovanna's 7-page Muda, but still quite a shout. still do think that whole entire scene of like all the Titans just kind of like raining down from the sky is fucking terrifying. Just one of the most scariest things is the whole entire manga, and also entire anime as well. I've seen some crazy shit in that anime as well. I've seen some crazy shit. They truly are devils, our Marleyan ancestors. We're eaten up that way too. By you Eldians. The kinetic bombardment was suitably powerful, but 60% of them died from the impact of the fall due to excessive altitude. Many of the anti-Titan artillery units are still functional. 28, 29. Location and number confirmed. Still, another wall. Heard enough of walls already. Man, oh man. When the twist hits, the whole entire thing changes. Reina, be careful. It's the armor. Kill. Huh? The anti-Titan shells, so they can even pierce my armor. Gun loaded. Well, it attempted to fire, but alas, didn't really end too well. Galliard, you sons of whores. That's a line. That's a phrase I didn't hear like at all. I don't ever hear that. Well, so you've already subdued them all. A defeat caused this war, Reina. Isn't war a terrible thing? Well, considering what's going on right now, I would hate this. It's really terrible, actually. Man, oh man. When you actually read back this whole entire like section of the manga before Eren kind of just does his thing, and you kind of like, oh fuck. The whole entirety of like the prelude to everything, it's just kind of like, oh fuck. Ah, now at last, this war will end. See, that's what they think, but the problem is they don't anticipate Eren just kind of swooping in. Huh? With the annihilation of their fleet, the Mid-East Allied forces signed a peace treaty with Mali. After 4 long years, the war ended with Mali standing victorious. Yet they now knew that the age when all were ruled by the power of the Titans was coming to an end. Mali realized that it needed to acquire the power of the founding Titan as soon as possible. No. How? That's 92. That is 92. As I said, it's actually quite interesting reading back this whole entire volume, because considering it's like, oh, the war's ended, it's actually over, and you're like, hold up, wait a few bits, and you'll kind of find out Eren's actually kind of just swooped into the whole entire thing without you realizing, and is actually very pissed off. Pissed off's actually quite an understatement, to be honest. I must admit. Right, it's actually begin 93. I probably will read the end of the volume as well. I think the volume ends on 94, if I'm not mistaken. We spent 4 years embroiled in a war over the peninsula autonomy. But then the enemy battleships and 2 of our main battle titans ended up in a sudden disgraceful brawl. 93 Midnight Train. The only reason you were somehow able to sink the Allied fleet was because the armor selfishly put himself in harm's way, Zeke. Human intelligence has at last reached a point where it is able to crush Mali's armor into dust. That's how all the other countries are reporting it, extolling the Mid-East Allied forces. So do you think you can call this a victory for the great nation of Mali, Magath? How do you explain this, General Sir? The time has come at last, the moment when humanity surpasses the power of the Titans. Firstly, the majority of this war was fought through naval engagements, leaving no place for our Titan forces to intervene. If you were to simply compare our naval capabilities, the Allied forces had advanced and powerful battleships, while ours were outdated, relying on the strength of their hulls. So our navy is like an unruly mob, and that's why we're in our current situation. Is that what you're saying, Magath? I believe the fundamental issue is something else. It's that the power of the Titans made us complacent, and our chickens have come home to roost. That's all there is to it. While we were putting all our faith in the power of the Titans and pursuing our colonial policies, other countries who could never depend on the Titans developed weapons to oppose them. Our situation today is the result. Still, our Titan forces should remain unrivaled in ground engagements for the time being. But if aircraft development continues at this pace, it is said that bombs hundreds of kilograms in size will come raining down on us someday. When that day comes, the skies will become the main stage on which wars are fought, and Titans, the devils who rule the earth, will only be able to look up and watch. We don't have any Titans with wings, do we? That would be terrifying. General, I'm saying that we can no longer rely on the Titans, yes. We'll soon lose our global military dominance. No, it's worse. We've already fallen behind. Once we were Mali, a nation of heroes who defeated the Elden Devils, but now look at what we've become. I'm sorry, General, but may I be so bold as to offer my advice? Ah, Zeke, the boy wonder. Go ahead. Now, more than ever, is the time for us to resume Paradise Island operation and retake the founding Titan as soon as possible. Were you listening to a word we said? Mali has no future. Mali has no future if we continue to rely on the power of the Titans. Yes, you're exactly right, Commander. Going forward, Mali must focus its efforts on the development of conventional weapons. But does that mean we plan to defer meekly to enemy nations until we reach an adequate level of scientific progress? What we need now is time to fill the void of realization. What we need now is to fill the void a realization of our army will create, and what that calls for is a headline in every newspaper as soon as possible saying that Mali has occupied Paradis and has the power of all the Titans in our hands. I remind you, you have less than a year left in your term. Yes, and I'm very anxious about whether or not Colt can inherit the full powers of my beast. I see. So you want to use the last year of your life to get revenge for what happened 4 years ago? Precisely. The only one who ought to bring an end to this detestable prodigy, Grisha Jaeger, is me, his former son. Yes, ever the boy wonder. I never once doubted the loyalty you displayed by sending out your own parents as a child. I will take your advice and raise it as a point of discussion during our party talks. I'm sorry, Colt. I use you as a pretext. Oh no, that was incredible. An Eldian having his opinion heard by a Malian general. It's an honor to have played any part in that. And also, what you said is the truth. I wouldn't be able to replace the current Beast Titan. You're special, Mr. Zeke. Our comrades who have been given your spinal fluid are able to turn into Titans by your roar, and they listen to your commands. They can even move at night, so long as the moon is out. Another beast in history could do that. It reminds me of the legends about the founding Titan. Why is it that you're so special, Mr. Zeke? It's not as if you have royal blood in your veins. Who knows? The Titan Society seems to be out of ideas too. We'll probably never know until the day I die. Oh? But Colt, you'll be inheriting my memories. You just might find out about my secret. Your secret? About the way I wipe my ass. It's special. I hope you keep it to yourself. It's too late. You're telling me everything. A full report down to the number of hairs on your ass. Are you trying to say Eldians need privacy? Commander, no sir, not one bit. Sorry to interrupt your confidential talks. Don't mind me. Keep going. Are you that interested in Eldian asses? Eldian asses. Ha! You did a pretty good job there in that meeting, Zeka. I've watched you for more than 20 years now, but you're still as enigmatic as ever. Oh please, Commander, you flatter me. So you're saying you can take Paradis down in the year? I'm saying I only have a year left. 3 years. And not a single search fleet we've sent to Paradis has come back. In 3 years, 32 ships including destroyers had disappeared there. Zeka, what do you make of that? I believe that the forces on Paradis possess 4 titans. The Founding Titan, the Colossus Titan, the Female Titan, and the Attack Titan. It's likely that the Founding and the Attack Titans both dwell inside of Eren Yeager, but the Colossus and the Female are still unknowns. If both had died, then babies with their powers should have been born, but no such children have been discovered here on the continent. Thinking that we haven't seen Annie in ages, to my knowledge, ever since the end of season 1. I don't think we've seen her. Maybe briefly at some point in season 2 or season 3. That creates the possibility that 4 titans are being used on the island of Paradis. So you're passing down their titans. Rayner's report made it sound like he couldn't confirm whether the islanders had the knowledge they needed. Did Rayner say he saw every inch of the island? I'm saying that it's a possibility, that's all. It's all started 20 years ago when the Owl, a surviving member of the Revolutionary Army, snuck the Attack Titan and Grisha Yeager onto the island. And now the glowing embers they scattered seem to have set the whole island ablaze. The Fritz family had changed its name to Race, and made a commitment to non-resistance. But the king was eaten by the Attack Titan, taking everything from him, including the knowledge of how to pass down the Titan. Here's my opinion, Commander. So yeah, I thought we hadn't seen her since the end of season 1. I couldn't remember if there was a point in season 2 where we saw her briefly, but I don't think we ever did. But thanks for confirming that, because that was bugging me for a little while. I was like, have we seen her since? Here's my opinion, Commander. They were able to sink 32 Navy ships. Not a single one could get away. It's hard to believe a single Titan could do that. It must have been at least 2 Titans, including Eren Yeager, blocking the way of the Survey ships. I agree. Attacking the island will require battleship support. Yes, we should not forget. The Titans are not only the threat. They have a force of flying freaks who wear strange contraptions and arm themselves with swords and bombs in both hands. Weapons designed for the sole purpose of killing Titans. Oh, if only they knew. If only they knew. I fell because I underestimated those weapons. They also possess a bloodline once thought to exist only in legends told by the royal family. The Arkman clan, byproducts of Titan science. At least 2 members seem to be there. To be frank, I never want to meet them again. If only he knew. If only he knew. Wait. It sounded like you were having a nice dream. So decide not to wake you up. I still haven't given you my thanks for earlier. Galliard, I owe you one. No, you don't. It wasn't you who I saved. I just saved my motherland of Mali from losing the armor as a result of you screwing up. And anyway, none of this ever would have happened if they chose me for the Paradis operation 9 years ago and let me inherit the armor. My brother never would have protected you before getting himself eaten by a random Titan. Could you see Marcel's memories? No, I haven't gotten to see you run off and abandon him yet, unfortunately. But I was able to understand a bit about my predecessor, that woman named Ymir, a pathetic woman who'd been given a grand name. She volunteered to give back Marcel's jaws. Didn't she? Yeah, she did. So, what did you even do on that island? You just got rescued by the one person after the next. Yeah, I saw you through her memories. What was with you? You were acting like you were some kind of strong, reliable figure. It was almost like you were trying to imitate Marcel. You're exactly right, Galliard. Everything you're saying is exactly right. Huh? Pock, you shouldn't be bullying someone who just took artillery fire. Didn't I tell you not to call me by that name, Pieck? Phew. Man, oh man. So this actually is like, this whole entire like season basically is like, it's a deconstruction of like Raina's character as well, to an extent. Like Raina's is going through a whole lot of shit right now. And it's kind of interesting to see, practically speaking, his version of a downfall versus Aaron's downfall as well, because technically speaking, Aaron's going through a massive downfall right now. Are you okay? It's been 2 months since the last time I turned back into a human. I forget how to walk on 2 legs every time this happens. Anyway, Raina, if you're able to get up and move around already, you ought to show your face to Gabby and the others. They were really worried about you. I think I will. Easy does it. I'm tired. It feels like I haven't seen you in forever. What? We were together the whole time on the battlefield. Well, at least you'll be able to rest for a while. I hope so. Hey, if Titans end up being useless in war, what's going to happen to us in the warrior unit? What's going to happen to the Eldians? My neighbor told me something. He said that the sea is salty because he used to pee in it all the time. Huh? It's Mr. Braun. He'll be fine. He survived getting his head blown off. It sounds like everything but his head got messed up this time, but they say he already recovered. I know. What is that? Must be transporting traumatized enemy soldiers. My guess is those soldiers survived being attacked by pure Titans. And once they go back to their country, they'll be used as mascots to show the whole world how inhumane Titan weaponry is. They'll be putting us Eldians in an even worse position. People of the world, let us kill the subjects of Ymir. Damn it! Come on, Udo. Don't hit town property. Ah, Raina! It's okay for you to walk already? Yep. What about all of you? Everyone alright? Gabby, Udo, Sophia? I'm fine. Falco? Hello. Hey, did you hear? We get to go back to the headquarters in Liberia? Gabby, my ears. I can't help it. We finally get to go home. Let's walk around town until then. Hey, we don't get many chances like this. Shouldn't you get back to bed instead, Mr. Braun? I'm okay, don't worry. Maybe you should be the one going back to bed, Falco. I'm going too. Wait, Gabby. Commander Magath said kids can't go there. But I saw the commander go here before. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait. Huh? You aren't old enough to be going to the store. Ah, this way. I see what they're doing. I see that on Titan. I see what you're doing there. That panel. Was that in the anime episode? The bit when they're walking by and you can kind of see a figure of someone. I hope every one of you saw just how heroic Gabby, the Eldian goddess, was. She went alone in the place of 800 of our comrades with nothing but a cluster of grenades. You're drunk, Colt. Come on. She faced off against the armored titan and stood her ground. Why do you do something that Why'd you do something that stupid? Gah! You big stupid dummy. Do any of you understand it, my comrades? Do you know how this idiot risked her life for? Well, I know. She did it for the sake of none other than you Eldian warriors. Ah, so they did do it. I was gonna say, that's actually a really good subtle moment. You're like... Now you look back and you're like, oh, that's clever. That's clever. It's clever how they did the whole Eren reveal, to be honest. Because I was like, is it Eren? Because sometimes you get like red herrings constantly in manga and anime. Happens quite often. You get like red herrings. So I was like, is it? But when they did close up, you're like, it's him. Commander, we should shut them up. Let's look the other way. Give them this one. Give them this one night. Gabby. Thank you. Looks like she's up there yet again. I need to stop giving my brother drinks. And Gabby gets carried away so easily too. Still, it does seem like Gabby will be the one to inherit the armor. That's right. You only have 2 years left in your term. If everything keeps going this way and that girl who idolizes you over there ends up inheriting the armor, Gabby will live to be 27. That is, if an artillery shell doesn't take her down first. Is that fine with you? Excuse me? What did you just say? Inheriting one of the 9 titans is an honor. Did you just speak ill of it? I will have to report this to the unit at once. Huh? Even if I didn't, anyone who heard that would inform you without a second thought. And then, Colt won't just have his right to inherit the beast straight from him. You, along with your relatives, will join the ranks of the Titan weaponry. The next Titan to be dropped out of the plane will be you and the rest of the treasonous Grease family. Wait, please. Allow me to correct myself. I, warrior candidate Falco Grease, devote all the blood that will ever run through me to Mali, so that I, along with my family, can be freed of Ymir's wicked blood. Okay? Then what do you think about the honor of inheriting one of the 9 titans? To inherit one of the 9 titans is to be given the right to fully display one's loyalty to our motherland of Mali through the distinction of pride of being an honorary Malian. Do you want to inherit the armored titan? I will inherit the armored titan. That's right. The only way you'll be able to protect Gabby is if you can surpass her. Huh? What? Are you going to rescue Gabby from the dark future we face? Well, he's not wrong about that one. He's not wrong about the dark future they face, because boy howdy. Boy howdy. It do be quite a doozy of a future they actually have on their hands. 94. Oh, come on, there we are. We made it back. We made it back alive. A beloved hometown. Liberio. We're here. Oh, we're home. We're home. Gabby, please. I told you not to yell. How? I told you not to drink so much lightweight. Who let you have liqueur, Colt? 94. The boy inside the walls. Colt looked like he wanted some. He played right into your hands, Pieck. I can't believe he actually vomited all over the train. We really should have shut them up last night. Quiet now. Deputy Chief Braun. 4 years ago, he took full responsibility for the failed Paradise Island operation and nearly had the armor taken from him. But he proved his alliance to Mali by risking his life in one successful battle after the next. Now, no one calls for him to be stripped of the armor. Yes, he's always showed more loyalty to Mali than any other warrior. That is who Deputy Chief Rainer Braun is. Huh? But what was with him last night? He wants me to save Gabby? Why would he tell that to someone like me? He would have been in danger if anyone heard him say those words. But Mr. Braun thinks the same thing that I do. If he wants to free the Eldians from this war, what are you planning? Ah! You keep glancing over at me. It's annoying. What is it? I'm reporting this to the unit as a possible sign of rebellion. Huh? Hey, whose fault do you think this is? Huh? Whose fault is it? It's yours, Gabby. Pfft. Just look what you've done to him, Gabby. Huh? I didn't do a thing to him. What are you even talking about? Can I believe him? This is the episode, if I remember correctly, we actually see Jean at some stage, if I remember correctly. We see Eren as well. Eren's in this one, but I swear you see Jean at some stage. Grandpa, Grandma, I'm home. Zeka, you've done such a wonderful job. No, I'm not done yet. Colt, Falco. Both of you, I'm so glad you're safe and... Colt! Ah! What's wrong, Colt? You look pale. Ugh. Oh, there they are. Dad, Mom. Gabby, did you hear? They said you did an amazing job fighting for Eldia. Yeah, it was a little dangerous though. But your bravery saved many lives. We're so proud to have you as a daughter. I'm sure you'll grow up to become the greatest warrior of all. Yeah, I'll try. Raina. Mum. Must be tired. Come home and rest. I think I'll do that. Aunt Karina. Gabby, we're going to celebrate at home today. Hooray! Come on this way. Ah, can't you even walk straight? Are those injured soldiers, Mr. Coslow? Stay out of the way, brat. These are Eldians who have suffered psychological trauma. They have no one to care for them, so they're going to be treated at this hospital. Even in this country, that's what happens when you spend too long digging trenches. You live long enough with bombs and bullets whizzing by you like, phew, kaboom! Come on, Coslow, knock it off. I'll catch up with you. Are you okay? Please calm down. Your armband's on the wrong arm. Uh-oh. So yeah, I guess that is that makes sense. Oh man. So everyone kind of knocks Mappa for some ungodly reason. I have no idea why. I still kind of think they're doing a really amazing job thus far. I don't really see any problems. Everyone says the CG's terrible. I don't think it is at all. I think the CG's fine. I don't understand what's the point. I don't understand what's such a massive sticking point. But yeah, thus far reading this is actually like Mappa's done an amazing job kind of translating this into an anime. It's okay. I'm sure you'll get better. You don't have to fight any longer. And then I fell straight into the ground. The enemies in the pill box hesitated to shoot a girl, just like I thought. But there was still no telling. They could have shot me to death at any moment. That's when I waited for the armored train to come, and then I saw my one chance, threw the bombs, and wow! Right on target. The armored train derailed and flipped over. My big plan was a success. But then, as I ran away, the enemy soldiers started shooting at me with a machine gun. I ran towards the hole as fast as I could, and just as I was just about to eat lead, Mr. Galliard protected me with the jaw titan and saved me. But as I always say, it doesn't kind of hinder anything. Because 9 out of 10 times, there's some series where you kind of watch it, and then you read it afterwards, you kind of like, wait a second here. But I feel like, if anything, Mappa's done an amazing job actually kind of making it into an anime, essentially. There's a nice flow of events. It doesn't kind of hinder your engagement to the whole entire world. If anything, it actually makes you more attached because of actually how well they actually kind of handled the transition between like Eren's kind of like downfall and everything else. It works a lot better than I expected, to be honest. Because I always kind of fear when different studios take over, sometimes it can doesn't fault too much. It kind of just feels a little bit weird if you get what I mean. But I feel like Mappa's the only other studio besides maybe Madhouse that could have probably pulled this off. To be honest, I feel like Mappa's done an amazing job actually kind of saying, look, we've done this, and I kind of don't understand why everyone was kind of going against him, saying you're doing terrible. I just didn't understand it at all, because I was like, this is amazing. They've done an amazing job here. What's the problem? It's incredible, Gabby. You're the savior of Eldia. Reina, do you think Gabby can become a warrior? Yes. Considering what happened this time, it's all but certain that Gabby will be allowed to inherit the Armor Titan. I'm glad to hear that. For one family to be blessed with 2 warriors is amazing. We're all proud that Marley has recognized the both of you. All that's left is to wipe out the damn devils who live on that island, and then all Eldians will be able to live good lives. It's okay, Aunt Karina. Us warriors will protect Eldians from those island devils. Don't worry. Thank you, Gabby. We may have won the war, but still, there's no telling what those island bastards are going to come to destroy our world. Yes, you can't blame the rest of the world for fearing Eldians, given the situation, right, Reina? Even you were just barely able to escape from those iron devils alive. You, the armor of the Marleyan army, the greatest weapon in the world. Come on now, you should not ask that. You know what happens on the island. Islanders need to know even inside the military, right? Plus, it's hard on Reina. You spent 5 years in infiltrating that island, living among those brutal, cruel devils, right? Even if it wasn't classified, it'd be hard to talk about what happened to him there. You're right. I'm sorry, my nephew. It was thoughtless of us. It's fine. There are some things I can say. I infiltrated the army on that island. It was true hell. Everyone there really was a devil. All of them cruel and barbarous. Like the time during an induction ceremony that someone suddenly started eating a potato. When our instructor yelled at her, she answered without hesitation. She said she stole it because it looked tasty. But even that villain must have realized she was in a bad spot. So she tried to buy the instructor off with half of the potato. Well, she said half, but she had the gall to only offer him a tiny piece. None of them know the meaning of the word compromise, you see. Yes, they were all hopeless. An idiot who went to the bathroom only to say he forgot what he went in there to do. An irresponsible jerk who only ever thought of himself. A way too responsible jerk who only ever thought of others. Someone who only ever thought of revenge and those who followed him. That's an eerie line. That's an eerie line considering what's happening right now. And alongside all those different people stood us. The days I spent there were true hell. It's a little too much. Forget I mentioned that. Different people? What do you mean? They're all bad, right? That's right, Gabby. Only devils live on that island. Devils who turned the world into hell and built their own utopia on top of the mountain of corpses. But we are different. We Eldians from the continent have devoted our lives as we atone for the unspeakable history we brought to Marley, because we are virtuous Eldians. Good lord. Good lord. Reading this out loud. There's no telling when the islanders will use their powerful titans to launch an attack on the world and crush it underfoot. We Eldians must be the ones who prevent them from doing that. Yes, because only then will the world recognize us as good people. Yes. We must punish the ones who left us here and escaped to the island. The ones who abandoned us. We were abandoned. That's why we live in this walled ghetto. In our veins flows the blood of devils who once did very bad things. If we're not caged up, we only bother everyone. That's why your father isn't here too, because your father is a Marleyan. It's very against the rules for a Marleyan to have a child with an Eldian. So this is a secret, okay? Yeah, we can't be together with him because we're Eldians and and are descended from devils. If only you were born to a Marleyan. That's right. Back then, I wanted to become a warrior so I could be a Marleyan with my mother. Who told you to walk? Run, you filthy descendants of pigs! Or do you not want to become honorary Marleyans? Sir. Damn. Wait. Marcel Galliard. You pass. Burdett Hoover. You pass. Damn. Annie Leonhardt. Leonhardt. There we go. English accent really came out just then again. Leonhardt. Impeccable. You pass. Damn it. Mom, I was chosen to be a warrior candidate. Raina, that's amazing. Now, we're only a step away from being honorary Marleyans. Yeah, I promise. I'll inherit one of the 9 titans. Did you guys know? They say they'll be attacking Paradis in just a few more years. The time has come for us to inherit the titans. The war with the South will be won soon, and the time for us to become warriors is approaching. So I've heard they'll be recognizing the warrior unit as a part of the army's new structure. Huh? Out of our 7 warrior candidates, 6 will be made warriors all at once. I did it. Now I can become a Marleyan. Huh? You didn't do anything. You're obviously the weakest in the group. If one person getting left behind, if there's one person getting left behind, it's going to be you. What was that? What are you good at? Are you strong, smart, a good shot, a good fighter? You're none of those, are you? What they saw in you was a loyalty to Marley displayed in the written test, wasn't it? I expect you for that. You make sure to lick the captain's boots every single day. Yes, sir. I promise I'll kill all those island devils, sir. Don't you know who's on that island? Devils who brought fear to the entire world. Whoa! It's only a matter of time until they start slaughtering again, unless we kill them. Are you insulting our mission? Or are you one of the remaining Eldian restorationists who support King Fritz? Huh? Admit it. I know it's true. I report you to the captain. Hey, what's the matter with you? Porco, stop. Anyone can complain about how much they hate the island. You stay here and take care of the place by yourself for 13 years. Damn it. Let's go. Sorry, Raina. Come as soon as he's done crying. I'm gonna catch another beating from Commander Magath if you're late. Send out Raina. I can't wait 13 years. Huh? I want to become Marleyan and live together with my mum and my dad. What do you mean? I can't say. We don't know who's going to have to wait yet. Porker doesn't choose who inherits a Titan. The Marleyan army does. But he's right. I'm at the bottom of the group. Really? I think loyalty is important, right? Don't you agree? Annie. Huh? What? I wasn't listening. Come on, let's go. But you're okay with that? Huh? You'd only get to enjoy that life for 13 years, you know. But then I'll be a hero, right? If I can punish the devils on Paradis who strike fear into all of us, I'd be able to save the Eldian people I'll be able to save the Eldian people and the whole world. And then I make my parents the proudest of all. I wish something would happen. There you are, Aaron. I thought Aaron's just like, I wish something would happen. It's like I didn't want that to happen though. And there we go. That is volume 23. And also chapters 91 to 94, the start of season 4. So yeah, I mean, viewing this now, considering what we've actually experienced now at this point, is very kind of fascinating because this is a prelude to the end basically, and I kind of still do appreciate how different the Marley is compared to what we've seen already. How, theoretically speaking, it's very like everything is told to them, and they believe that's to be the righteous thing essentially. Like the idea of inheriting the Titans, the idea of like everything else, the idea of actually taking out what they presume to be the devils. Though theoretically speaking, now we actually know the full story. It's very, very different now. But it's still very interesting because, again, they're meant to believe, and they're deluded to believe that inheriting the Titan is like this thing, this grandiose thing that everyone wants, essentially. To a degree, originally when we kind of started the whole entire series and saw Eren turn into the Titan, it was a beacon of hope. Essentially, we were like, oh shit, he's turning into the Titan. We actually now have a counteract against the Titans on the outside. But as it went on, and actually then as season 3 kind of as season 3 kind of continued on, it sort of got to the point. I don't think the camera's actually going to focus on me now. There we go. As season 3 kind of went on, it sort of began to kind of come to fruition that that's actually not the case. Inheriting the Titan, technically speaking, isn't the best thing in the universe. Like, it's not this thing that is like lavished in like royalty and stuff like that. It's very much more of a fearful kind of concept, because what we saw with Armin kind of proved that whole entire concept. How it's something more to fear than anything else, and what comes with that said term as well. But yeah, I feel like it's actually quite interesting seeing how different it is, but then at the same time how almost deja vu-ish this entire manga kind of feels at this point. It kind of feels like we're just seeing season 1 again through a different lens, through a lens of different characters that are experiencing a very similar thing to what happened in season 1, but very different in kind of tone and actually kind of execution as well, because it's not Titans, it's so much, it's more humans this time around. But again, reading this whole entire volume, it does kind of scream that if you actually now know in episode 6 what happens, the signs are always there. This was going to happen. There's small lines here and there that kind of could go, oh shit, it was almost like they actually knew it was going to happen. But again, you didn't know at that point, so when it happened, you're like, oh shit. But it's actually quite clever when you think about it. I feel like Attack on Titan got to the point of actually morphing into something I didn't expect it to morph into. And I said that during episode 6, I'm actually glad it did, because again, it went from what is otherwise just, by the way, here's a bunch of Titans, here's a bunch of people trying to destroy said Titans, to a very different kind of series that is a lot better because of it. And I feel like season 4 and also subsequently this whole entire volume and subsequent volumes after that point, Dune Fury proved that idea. It's more or less like it's become something special that you don't see very often. And I kind of appreciate that more than anything. I feel like this one now, considering that actually now we know the full storyline behind the Marlins and Eldians and everything else in between, a lot of it makes more sense to us, that it's like what we were always thinking to ourselves about the whole idea of the outside and what was going on there, and also in the history behind everything else, was extremely flawed. I kind of feel like even now when you kind of hear them talk about the devils and stuff like that, you kind of like, if only you knew the truth. It's very kind of clever. It's a very clever manga that does in theory actually kind of, it plants a seed slowly. That you don't have the curtain pulled, well not the curtain, but the actual rug pulled beneath you. And I feel like this is probably one of the best payoffs I've seen in quite a while when it comes to manga. Yeah, that's what I kind of appreciate. The whole entirety of season 4 and also this volume as well, and also subsequent volumes as well, did in theory always kind of give context to season 1 and season 2 that we didn't think we needed, to be honest, because we always thought season 1 and 2 were kind of like concrete. We always knew what was going on, but clearly we didn't know anything that was really happening. And I kind of really do like that, because again, not many series is doing for you kind of just go, yeah, by the way, you were following that whole entire thing. Well, actually, it's very rare for that to actually happen, but actually also it makes sense, because it does sort of happen, but it sometimes doesn't. It just sometimes doesn't pay off too well. I feel like this series actually is probably one of the only series that does in theory actually pay off really damn well. So yeah, what I might do is probably make this a weekly thing, just read it, not get too ahead of the manga, not get too ahead of the anime, but just kind of read it as time goes on. So I don't actually know when season 4 will end. If it is the final season, but where it's going to end is yet to be seen, because I think we're on volume 25, if I'm not mistaken, when it comes to the anime. So yeah, I mean, that'll do it for today. Actually was a really good volume as well, given now I actually know the whole entire context. It actually is really cool just reading this whole entire thing again with a fresh new pair of eyes, as they say. So yeah, with all that said, I've indeed been the driver. So as always, goshicho arigatou gozaimasu. 僕の動画を面白いと思ったらいいねや チャンネル登録をお願いします。So as always, if you have enjoyed this stream and Dune Fury, leave a like because indeed it's been quite a bit. If you have then enjoyed this whole entire stream and Dune Fury, leave a sub because indeed it's been quite a bit as well. If you have then enjoyed this whole entire stream and Dune Fury, follow me on Twitter or join Discord as well because both help me quite a lot and both will then tell you when streams go live and any other streams I do as well. But until next time, some more Attack on Titan the manga series or actually the anime series as well. See you guys then.